Nat, this is Taya.
Hey Taya.
I really want to intensify a creamy tone in Taya's hair today. She has a beautiful natural base that I want to break up slightly for tonal variation, and then really focusing on picking out pieces through the mid-lengths and ends to add tonal texture.
Cool, sounds good.
I'm going to take my first section at the front of Taya's ear, and we're going to weave that section of hair.
Why do you take them so fine and weave it?
When Taya will pull her hair back, she'll get a really beautiful, soft tonal variation rather than a really harsh line.
Yep.
So a weave is a nice, soft way to start the color.
Do you find it hard to control when it's so fine?
No, the mix of lightener that I'm using is the 9-level lift with 3%.
Yeah.
Because her hairline is quite fine, the hairs around her hairline are quite fine, I don't want to use too strong of a developer. And then the mixing ratio that I've done is 1 to 1.5. And I'm just working on Taya's natural hairline pattern.
Yep.
So then when her hair lays forward, it gives a really organic feeling. Now I'm going to take my horizontal section through the top, clip the hair really well out of the way, and we're going to do a nice spaced out weave in through the top, still keeping it really fine, but I want to keep the weave spaced apart so we don't get a lot of color in through Taya's root area.
And you're working up to the middle part?
Yeah, so I'll be continuing this horizontal sectioning pattern up to where she parts her hair in her center. And it really just depends on where the natural part is, is where you will work that horizontal section foil up to. So now all the foils are in, we're going to enhance Taya's existing color through her mid-lengths and ends.
Yep.
So I'm going to be working on the same shape as the head curves, so slightly curving each section. A little bit of the clay lightener on the tip end of the brush, and just gently brush over the middle section first, and then brushing up on each side to create a V sectioning. You want to make sure that when you are using a clay powder as well, to use the same consistency of product all the way through.
So the clay lightener is quite gentle on the hair as well, isn't it?
Really, really gentle.
Yeah.
Nat, we've just rinsed Taya's foils, and I don't know if you can see on the mid-lengths and ends, we've achieved the perfect creamy blonde that we were after, so we don't actually need to tone Taya's mid-lengths and ends at all, which is so, so good. So what we're going to do is correct in through the root area. Beautiful. But first, we're going to spray the porosity equalizer, roots to ends.
My favorite.
My favorite. And what this is going to do is help the toner be applied evenly, add hydration into the hair, help repair the hair as well. I'm going to take 11 Australia's Jumbo Wide Tooth Comb and just comb the porosity equalizer roots to ends before applying the root shadow. The liquid color that I'm using is 2 different colors. We're doing a 7NG and an 8GA. So just a really, really small amount around the hairline, and then as we work into the crown, we sit a little lower. So I'm just working down the head, still following the shape of the head as well, but I'm only painting on the root shadow where I foiled.
How far going down are you going around the hairline?
So it's just the smallest amount, so then you get a blend in as it grows out.
Yep, just to soften it.
Yeah, so when Taya pulls her hair back as it grows out, you won't actually see where her color starts or stops, which is beautiful. Nat, this is Taya's finished color.
It's beautiful.
It is so beautiful. I love with the foil technique that I did, it's just gently broken up the root area of her hair.
Yep.
Using that 7-level golden ash still gives a softness to the top as well. So when Taya's hair grows, she actually doesn't have any visible regrowth, which I think is really, really nice.
Yeah.
And then bearing in mind as well, the clay powder that we did on the mid-lengths and ends, we didn't actually tone. So we've achieved that beautiful, bright, creamy color that we were initially wanting in the consultation.
Yeah, and the condition looks beautiful. It's not jeopardized at all. It still feels really strong. The tones are beautiful. The brightness around the front is stunning. Yeah. It's really good. I love it.
So do I.